Thanks for coming to my channel. This is Midnight Moon Tarot, and I'm Diana. This reading is for the astrological sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, or anywhere in your birth chart that Cancer might appear. Also, if you're new to my channel, I'd like to take just a second and invite you to subscribe and click that little bell so that you're sure to be notified whenever I upload new content. Also, in the description box below, you'll find links to my social media, my Patreon, my PayPal, my website, and links to some really cool things on Amazon I think you guys will like. Okay, so this reading is for November 2020. Keeping in mind that all tarot readings are timeless, so whether you come across this reading right after I upload, a week, month, or even a year from now, if you feel drawn to watch it, most likely you'll find a message for you within the reading. And like I've been doing on these last few videos, I apologize for these coming out so late. I live in New Orleans, Louisiana, and we had this hurricane named Zeta you guys might have heard about. And our power was out for like 5 days, and then it took a little bit to get the internet and cable and all those things back up and running. Now, I started recording some, and then the power went out again, and their explanation to me about that was something about they put what they could up, and then they had to go take some more down, and it took ours down, whatever. Yeah. So anyway, we're up now, and the internet as well as the power is on at the same time. So I'm going to take this opportunity and get these readings out for you guys. All right. So let's go ahead and calibrate these cards to the astrological sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Now, if you feel like this reading doesn't completely resonate with you, just keep the parts that do, disregard the rest. And if you know your other planetary placements, you can listen to those signs as well for additional messages. All right, Spirit, what love messages do you have for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the month of November 2020? Spirit, what love messages do you have for Cancer for November 2020? Spirit, what love messages do you have for Cancer for the month of November 2020? All right, now I'm going to shuffle these one more time. All right, and divide these into 3. All right, card on the bottom of the deck. Ooh, okay, it's the 7 of Wands. You feel like you may have to kind of defend the position that you're at. Like you've got to fight to maintain your status in a relationship. Okay. All right, now that card is your overall energy for this reading. So as we go through, I'm going to show you how that card's going to relate to the different cards that come up. The way I read tarot is I interpret the cards according to the actual meanings along with my intuitive, and I channel messages. All right. So, and for those of you who are new here, I do 4 rows. The first row pertains to you, things that you are going through, things that you might have recently been through, things that are currently going on, and things that are coming towards you. All right, now the second row is the same thing, only it's for your twin flame, your soulmate, karmic partner, divine counterpart. This could be somebody that you feel that deep, strong connection with, that you want to reconnect with. It could be somebody you just met. However, doesn't matter what your relationship status is, it's that person that is constantly on your mind, the one that you're thinking about when you wake up in the morning, and the one that you're thinking about when you go to sleep at night. That last column has to do with the outcome. Okay, now, as far as the outcome goes, all right, tarot isn't prophecy. It's merely about the energy that's going to be surrounding you. And if you know about these energies and you don't like it, being forewarned, you can maybe navigate through it a little easier. Okay. All right. Now I've just put 2 cards in each of the 4 rows. I'm going to do that 2 more times for a total of 24 cards. By the time we get to the end, we'll have a pretty good idea about what's going on for November. So we have the Six of Swords as well as Justice. Now, Justice tells me that there are some deep, hard decisions that you're that's somebody not having to make. This is New Orleans. There's a lot of noise outside my little studio here. Okay. I travel and my company set me up in this little place. Whatever. It's a little small studio. It's okay. Can't wait to get into my permanent place. All right. So we have the Six of Swords as well as this Justice. And there's a little situation and it feels like, you know, you're getting further and further away from something, okay? It's like being on the shore and watching a ship go on out to sea, and then finally it's so far out you can barely make it out, and then finally it's over the horizon and you can no longer see it. And that's kind of the feeling that you've got. You kind of feel like you have been left behind, so to speak, or someone, or you are leaving someone behind. Kind of, you may have been putting your life on hold for somebody, and this is a decision that you're going to have to make. I guess it might break your heart. Yes, it may make you feel a little bit of guilt, but at the same time, you cannot always put your life on hold for someone. It's not fair for you. It's like if someone passed away, basically, you can't just sit there and well, you could, but that wouldn't be good for you, healthy, or it wouldn't be great for anybody that's around you. You got to, you know, get back up and get out there and make the best of your life that you can and live your best life. So the Six of Swords is telling me that, you know, you're hurting. You have some swords here that you're carrying with you, and you're moving on. You're moving on a little slow, and it's been a hard decision that you've had to make. Now, in your partner's column, you have the Hierophant along with the Queen of Swords. Now, this Queen of Swords energy that you're feeling, you've had a lot of sorrows, okay? This person was somebody that you had foreseen your future with. This is somebody that you had hoped would be your forever partner. If you want to talk in terms of like pets and dogs, I think I'll talk about forever home. This person felt like your forever person. This felt like the one that you really had that really strong bond with, that you could see yourself with forever. But it's becoming so toxic, or it has become so toxic, or there are elements in this that are just not realistic. Now, the Queen of Swords is somebody who has been through a lot of hurts and a lot of sorrows, and she can see more clearly. Using that judgment and that clarity, this is telling you to take that time to go into deep thought and prayer about this. And, you know, are you willing to sacrifice yourself for someone who may not be there for you? Okay, and it's time to, you know, go ahead and make that cut quick and clean. Okay. All right. Now, earlier I did a reading for Cancer, and as I was uploading it, the little power and stuff glitched off again and I lost everything. So this is the second one I'm reading, and you know, it's basically coming out very similar actually, so that's also a good sign. So we have Temperance as well as this Ace of Swords in your obstacles and challenges, your fears and anxieties. And this is telling me that, you know, you are looking for that balance. You want this to work. You want this to have some type of success. Realistically, is that going to happen? It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. You could make it happen, but realistically, it doesn't feel like that. And you have friends and family who are telling you, you know, you need to let go. You need to move on. You need to get over this. You need to find something in your life that you can take care of. Now, if you're older and your kids are grown and left home, a lot of times it's hard, you know, because we cling to these relationships because we are used to taking care of someone. This person feels like they're somebody who needs a lot of love and care. Now, this Page of Cups fell out when I was dealing these cards out. Now, the Page of Cups tells me that, you know, you're the kind of person who has a lot of love to offer. This person is somebody that's had a really bad past and a hard time, and they really just sop up your love like a biscuit, okay? And they feel like, you just keep giving it to them and giving it to them, and it distracts them from the pain that they're feeling. And you're actually being a little codependent, because when you do that, when you distract them from the hurt that enables them to grow, then you're preventing them from growing, so to speak. You're kissing it and making it better, rather than them finding that solution for them. It's like when people say things like, everything will work out. And it's not that it works out. It happens that everybody else is working it out for them, okay? So with this Ace of Swords, these are in your obstacles and challenges, fears and anxieties. These are the things that are keeping you from achieving what it is that you want most of all. In order to have that success, you're going to have to be in a relationship where you have that equilibrium, where you have that reciprocity, where you have someone who has the ability, mentally, physically, financially, to be on your level or above and help you to elevate and move up. Not someone who's going to hold you down and hold you back. This is when you find that it's time to do some serious insightfulness and do that auric cord cutting, those etheric cords that bind you to this person, okay? This person really feels a little bit toxic. When they can't have their way, they get a little mean and a little bitter. They pick fights. They might call names. They do it in such a way that you feel like, oh, no, 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 I'll do, whatever it is, and you try to do that for them, whatever it is that they want, just because you want to please them. Okay. Now, you find yourself in a position where you're the one doing all the giving and the giving and the giving, to the point that it's making you strapped financially, emotionally, physically. Okay. And when it starts to get to that point, you have to do that. You have to do that self-love and that self-care. Okay. And when you can take this card right here again and interpret it along with this meaning, and say that, you don't want to have to defend your position. Okay? You can't give and give and give until there's nothing left. Now, in your last reading, you had a 9 of Cups along with the Knight of Cups, being in the placement that this person's going to keep coming back because you keep giving. You keep giving. You have those 9 cups and you have this Knight of Cups, which is not in this reading, it's in your previous reading, but we're just going to go with it. So yeah, they're going to keep coming back to you as long as you keep giving and filling and filling and filling. And what happens is, when you run out, there's someone else. There's already someone else. There's always the ones they have from their past, who they've left hanging with a little bit of hope that maybe something would happen and they could move forward with the relationship again, or the ones that they're grooming, okay, to take your place. All right. Now we have the 2 of Swords as well as the 6 of Cups. In the partners column, we have the 8 of Swords as well as the 8 of Wands. In your obstacles and challenges, you have the King of Pentacles and the Death card. And in your outcome, you have the 10 of Wands and the Devil. Okay. All right, this is pretty much that same theme you've had over the last year or so. Now, thinking that this person is your soulmate, just because they say things to you or they feel things for you, or you think that they feel things for you. I was watching a documentary the other day about the Manson family, and some of these women were on there and they were talking about how they fell for Charlie Manson. Okay. Yeah, this person that you're dealing with is a little evil, I would say, a little vile, very, very. And what happened was, these girls realized that they had a lot of pain and a lot of hurt from their childhood. And when they got with this person, they know how to manipulate. And so they would tell these females the things that they need to hear. You might be older, you might be heavy, you might be not so pretty, you might not have a lot of money or whatever, and you might feel insecure about those things. And this person wants to make you feel as if those things make you a goddess. Now, you are a goddess, but those insecurities are what are blinding you to the fact of what this person is actually doing. So you're going to have to use your head over your heart and make that decision. This is so cool because it falls into the same column as the Justice card that you had earlier. Now, I don't know if this person or you have anything going on with the legal justice system, but these are two cards that pertain to that, okay? And it also pertains to making that decision where you have to cut those ties and let things go and just accept it for whatever that it is. Now we have and I'm reading fast because I don't know when the power is going to go out again. Okay, so we have the Eight of Wands as well as the Eight of Swords, okay? So with the Eight of Swords, you're going to have this feeling that you're trapped, like these are feelings. You could be dealing with someone who's in prison. You could be dealing with a mental prison of your own that is keeping you from making the right decisions. There is a lot of new energy that is coming in. It's making you feel trapped. You may be in communication with this person. They may know exactly what to say to you in order to keep you there. And again, you have your King of Pentacles, your Earth sign, your Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn that you've been dealing with. These are your obstacles and challenges, fears, and anxieties. And you know in your heart that it's time to put this particular relationship to rest and leave it behind so that you can move forward with your life. In the outcome, we have the Devil and we have that Ten of Wands. There's a lot of hurt, there's a lot of mistrust, there's a lot of anxieties. When this person can't get their way with you, they trigger those insecurities in you to manipulate you and to bring you back into their little grasp again. They bring out those codependent tendencies that you have that is natural to a Cancer because you want to nurture, you want nesting, you want that that little cocoon that you can stay in, that little crab shell, all right? But this person's like really, really toxic. And basically, you feel like you love them, feel like you need them because of the pretty things that they say to you. All right, let me get the rest of these out here. And the last two cards. All right, now we have the Tower and the Emperor for you. Now, we do know that most likely you're going to need to talk to someone that is important to you. If you have a mentor, if you have an older gentleman, if you have someone that you can confide in and talk about your feelings, who loves you enough platonically to tell you these things without being objective. Okay, that can be objective. That's what I mean. Okay, that they can see subjectively what is actually going on. And they will bring to your attention that this relationship should have never happened. It should have never even started. It wasn't fair to you. It wasn't fair to them. The theme that we've had over the last few months is that this person has been using you basically as a replacement, as somebody to give them comfort. Okay, instead of facing the reality of what was actually going on in their mind and in their life. So we have the Star, and this is your opportunity after cutting those cords, after breaking those ties with this person, starting over, cleansing yourself. After the death, you have that rebirth right here in the Star, and you have the opportunity to have that Ten of Pentacles ending that you want. Whatever it is that you have, that's what you've been foreseeing. It doesn't necessarily have to be with this person. It can be with somebody entirely new. And the Four of Pentacles tells me that you need to take time. This has been very hard on you. Whatever it is that you're going through with this person, in fact, it's kind of giving you PTSD. You're stressing. They maybe talk about exes. Maybe they talk about somebody they just met. Maybe they throw things in your face where they're constantly bringing up someone from their past if you don't do what it, and it makes you feel kind of like you have to spy and check out and worry about things that are going on, that you always want to know what's going on. Maybe you're constantly checking out someone's social medias or other things that are going on with the people that they talk about. Okay, and I know there's got to be multiple people because it feels like this person has a lot of things going on. So with the moon, and we've had our full moon on Halloween, which brought in a lot of changes for us, and now we're going through the new moon. And even though this is a full moon and an eclipse here, we have this opportunity with this energy from the moon that a lot of things are being revealed. And yes, they hurt you and they break your heart, and it's hard, and it's hard, and it's hard to get through. There's going to be a lot of sleepless nights. There's going to be a lot of worrying going on that is caused by this energy from this person here. Okay, but I love you guys. I know that's short. I just want to go ahead and end this, and I will be back for updates in a few days. Okay, because I'm running behind here. But I love you guys so much, and I know this is hard, but just hang in there. Love yourself. All the energy that you are putting into this other person, put it into yourself. Put it into your loved ones and your family, your children, your parents, whomever, and find that place of peace for yourself again. Okay. All right. I love you guys. Bye bye.